Hello, everyone.
Hey everyone, how's it
How
going?
you doing? Can you hear us, please? Can you tell us if you can hear us?
Yeah, quick AV check, folks. Well, not a V check because we can see the V isn't working, but audio would be good. If you can check if you can hear audio. I don't think you can actually.
Oh, they cannot. Okay.
Oh no, there it is. Yeah,
no,
you
it
can.
should be there.
Yeah, the audio.
Hello, guys. Can you tell us? Okay, they can hear us. So before we start, can you hear us well? If we're too loud or too quiet, please do let us know. I think we might be a little bit too loud. Yeah,
for the game to sort itself out. It's loading at the minute.
Now, but it should come up very soon. So, how's everyone? And welcome to the Train Simulator 2020 pre-release stream. As you can see, the new splash screen updated with the free routes that are coming in the update that's coming out tomorrow at 6 p.m. British Summer Time, and we've got Nuremberg to Regensburg. We've got Norfolk Southern End Line, and we've got Southwestern Main Line, Southampton to Bournemouth. Almost died pronouncing all of this. Just once again, just in case everything's good with the sound, you can hear the game, you can hear us, and you can see everything. Yep. All right, great. So we're gonna. First of all, Matt, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're gonna go through the update notes. The update notes will be released tomorrow to the public. It's probably gonna be in the morning, somewhere around 10, 11 a.m. We do have them with us now, so we're gonna go through everything with you. And so yeah, I mean, without further ado, let's just go ahead and look at what's in. So first of all, we're gonna look at the Train Simulator core changes. These mainly relate to the settings, and not to the settings, but rather to all the menus that are in the main menu of the game.
But several people asking, or a couple of people asking, is there menu music? I can't hear anything at the moment. Is it just my headset, or is there music not showing up?
It should be there. I did it quiet on purpose, just in case we're gonna have any issues with the game being too loud. There we go.
There we go. So it's the train noise in the background.
Yeah, it's music. I guess you can say it's music. Yeah. So the very first thing we're gonna look at, it should be in the drive menu. I'm gonna read it out first. So first thing, added the ability to pin favorite routes, scenarios, and locos. Applied a fix to the ordering of routes in Quick Drive. Added the ability to sort content by type, so official or workshop. Added the ability to sort scenarios to show those that have already been completed. Applied a fix to the random drive local selection and improving the logic for selecting content. Did I pronounce it properly? Anyway, added the ability to toggle for whether Quick Drive has AI or not. Added new art to the splash screen. Let's go through this thing. First of all, to pin favorite routes, as you can see, I've got the 3 routes pinned in here: Southampton, Norfolk Southern, and Nuremberg. So they always stay on top. You're not gonna lose them. There's 16 pages of the route right now, so they're just gonna stay there. If you want, you have a favorite route, just pin it, and it's gonna be there for you. You don't have to scroll too much. Apply a fix to the ordering of routes in Quick Drive. Previously, the problem was in all other menus, or rather screens, or tabs rather, all routes are listed alphabetically, but in Quick Drive they were a little bit broken, so we fixed that. They're now listed alphabetically as well. Added the ability to sort content by type. What does that mean? I think if you go to either the route, basically in the list of scenarios, you can choose either whether only the official scenarios will be displayed or workshop scenarios as well. So
that's that drop down box.
Yes, exactly. Yes, there it is. So official or workshop or all. This slightly
that's very cool.
Makes it a little bit easier for everyone. Added the ability to sort scenarios to show those that have already been completed. Well, that's pretty straightforward. I'm not going to look at it. Applied a fix to the random drive local selection and improving the logic for selecting content. Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I'm gonna check what does that mean. I think there was a little bit of an issue similar to the quick drive, but just in case, I'm gonna double check. Added the ability to toggle for whether quick drive has AI or not. Can you tell Mattis if that's
If you go
important?
into the quick drive menu. So normally in a quick drive, scenarios can have AI. Some of the quick drive things can be set up with AI, but if you don't want the AI in there, you now have the ability to untick that, and then it'll just be you in the world.
Yep.
Ticking it, leaving it unticked doesn't mean you will always see AI. This is a disable checkbox essentially. So if the scenario or the service, the quick drive, I've got the wrong game in my brain at the moment. If the quick drive is set up with AI, you can turn it off. You can't magically add stuff that isn't there.
And added a new art. You've all seen it. It's pretty straightforward. There's a bunch of improvements and fixes for both Southampton and line routes. We're gonna go through them a little bit later. There's a pretty decent list. Some things I was made aware that there are some things that are not yet included in this changelog. They might go out tomorrow, but you may notice some things that we haven't talked about, so if you do, don't be surprised. Yes, so now to the main thing about this update, the graphical changes. Let's go straight to the settings. We've added a bunch of new functions or settings for you to adjust the way your game looks, and we have it on default right now, which means we've disabled pretty much everything that's new. You can find all these new settings in this menu. So settings, advanced, graphics, advanced.
There's actually one in the basic as well. If you go back to basic, sunlight intensity is new as well, as is ambient light.
Ambient light as well. So these two, but they are set to default right now, just to make sure. We're gonna load one of the scenarios and just show you how the game looks right now, so you could compare, and then we'll exit. We'll apply some settings and we'll see how it looks after that. So the things we've added the following new visual options within the graphics set options. Ambient light intensity. What it means is it adjusts the contribution of ambient light. Sunlight intensity adjusts the contribution of sunlight. The difference is that ambient light works pretty much whenever, while sunlight intensity only works when there is sun outside. So it's not going to change much when you're playing during the night, for example. And you will notice even during the day that shadows are kind of stay the same if you adjust or increase the sunlight intensity. While if you increase the ambient light, everything gets a little bit more bright. So we have ambient occlusions. So let me see, which one was it? Yes, just to be clear, some of them can only be adjusted inside the game. Like, for example, some of them can be adjusted when you're actually loaded in. Some of them you have to do outside, and for some of them you have to restart the game. So it might take us a while. We'll have to probably do a couple of restarts just to be able to show you everything that we're doing. So please stay with us during these desperate times.
Hazardous Mike, this is PC only. Console version is Train Sim World, which is a different game. This is Train Simulator 2020, which is only available on the PC.
Yep. Third thing, ambient occlusion. Enables ambient occlusion to improve lighting of the world. Set it to high, but I'm going to put it to off for now. We've got depth of field, which is quite an interesting thing. Probably it's one of the most visually visible changes. The way it works is that basically whenever you're looking at the object in front of you, everything behind it becomes blurred. So, for example, if I set the setting to high or medium, if I was looking outside the cab, through the window, looking at the environment around me, the visible cab, will become a little bit blurred. So it kind of makes it a little bit more, adds some spice to it, it makes it a little bit different. And I guess realistic as well. Adaptive bloom we have here. Toggle light intensity when moving between areas of contrast. We have field of view, which can only be changed inside the game. This is a pretty cool one. with the improved field of view, with increased rather field of view, you should be able to see the whole cab in front of you. Although it might be a little bit more difficult for you to see the route itself in front of you, so you kind of have to adjust it. But it's good for different types of screens. So maybe the bigger screen will be easier, will be better with a bigger field of view. Anyway, contrast is pretty straightforward. Right, so we pretty much have everything set as standard. We're gonna load up one of the Southampton scenarios because, the units that are present on this route are quite colorful, to say the least. So you're gonna be able to see the changes. We're gonna load up first just to show you how the game looks like right now. Which one? Let's go with that one. Evening, John Walsh. Hi everyone, London Trains Fan 2019. Hi to you as well. Hello to everyone, absolutely. It's a nice outfit over there, Little Shaco 9. Not sure why you decided to do it, but I can do it as well. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. There you go. I'm excited.
Brilliantly done. Brilliantly done.
Yes, so it's Train Simulator, not Train Sim World. Train Sim World is somewhere out there. Somewhere we don't talk about it today. You can shoot the questions. We have a main man who's responsible for Train Sim World, but he's not in the mood for that today. Yeah, do you like his pink headset today? Yeah,
It's got to have the pink headset.
Okay, so this is how the game looks standard. I mean, it's not bad at all, but everything is pretty much as standard. I forgot one thing. Look at what we have, guys. We have a rail driver today, and that's how we'll be driving.
He's completely hooked. He's had the rail driver 5 minutes, and now he's completely hooked.
Exactly. So this is how the game looks. I mean, absolutely fine to play, but we're gonna see how we can change it to make it a little bit suitable for our own tastes, I would say. So there are some things you can do in-game right now. If you go to options and camera options, there are some settings you can choose, you can change straight away. But we're gonna go back to the menu and we're gonna enable all these new features that are only available through the settings out in the main menu. So what do we have?
Bioxide, yes. So as Dimitri just said, some of the options are changed in-game, some of them you have to come back out of the game for.
Exactly. Right, so ambient occlusion, we're probably going to put depth of field just in case as well. Probably going to put it to medium. Ambient occlusion we're going to leave at high. Adaptive bloom, yes please.
You've just turned it off.
Yes please. We don't really have too high settings unfortunately, but we had to leave them as they are right now. These two are going to change in game. We're going to actually just load it up and just see. I mean, pretty much most of the things are actually turned on right now. But you will see that you can do quite a lot of changes. The game will look different, and you can adjust it to your own tastes, and we're going to show you how it's done.
Some of these settings also are better for screenshots than they are for driving.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you think, well, it's not going to look great driving with that, that's fine. Use it for screenshots.
Absolutely.
It's all about giving you options.
Yeah, especially things like black and white, sepia, can be quite good for taking screenshots.
CRT mode is the one I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, that one is an interesting one indeed. I mean, a very interesting mode, but surely someone will find use in it. Okay, so we're in game. As you can see, the depth of field is turned on, and what we can see straight away, we're looking forward, but everything around, so everything's here is clear, but everything around us becomes a little bit blurred. And if we look down at the dashboard, everything outside the cab becomes blurred, if you can see. But before we look at it a little bit closer, we're going to go and actually change some things. First of all, we're going to look at ambient light intensity, sunlight intensity, and contrast. I'm going to change the our camera a little bit so that you can see a little bit better. I'm going to disable HUD as well. There you go. There you go. Okay, first of all, ambient light intensity. So it generally improves or increases or decreases the lighting on in the game. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of range that you have. I'm probably going to leave it as somewhere around here. I kind of like it when it's light. Slant light intensity obviously increases the intensity of sunlight. So you can see, you might be able to notice that the class 450, the front of it, doesn't really change as much when I'm changing this. Can you actually see anything changing on the screen? Yeah, you can. While shadows become a little either darker or lighter. So there's quite a lot of changes you can make and adjust it to your own taste. It does look a little bit different. I think it looks a little bit more colorful on our own screen, but hopefully you guys can see the difference. And the contrast is pretty straightforward. Useful for some, I think someone mentioned Norfolk Southern locos that seem a little bit too dark when you are playing with normal settings, so you can actually adjust that now. So I like it when there's more saturation on the screen, so I'm gonna make it a little bit more powerful with a kick a little bit. I'm gonna maybe put the sunlight intensity a little bit higher as well. So if we change, this is how it looks right now.
The other place that something like ambient light intensity can be really useful is if you find yourself driving a scenario that's just too dark, because it's at night or something like that. You can just bump the ambient light up a bit just to take the edge off the darkness and make it so you can see a bit more of what's going on.
So that's how it looks right now, and we can put it to default, and you can see quite a drastic change. I personally prefer it with my own settings, the way I play. I like it when it's a little bit there's a little bit more colors and more light. So we're gonna give it a little bit more of light and contrast.
Schnauzer says he likes pretty colours too, Dimitri. Do you like my headset?
Yeah. We should have added the pink filter to the game.
Yeah, we need a pink filter in the game.
Oh
totally.
God. Hotfix coming tomorrow.
Sepia pink.
Okay, camera options menu. What do we have here? Color filter. We have black and white and sepia. Again, maybe useful for example, if you want to take a nice screenshot of Steam area. I don't know. If you go to Promontory Summit, for example, and you just straight away do the sepia type of screenshot, it can be quite useful. Perfect for adding a little bit more variety to your gameplay.
It's worth pausing it just to prove that this is actually real. It's affected the runtime of the game. It's not just a screenshot filter. The whole game is now running like this. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it's absolutely not just a filter for a particular screenshot. So we have a normal black and white as well. So black and white also works. Perfect for even now it looks good, even like this. Honestly.
Black and white is always awesome.
Yeah. Well, after pink, of course.
Obviously after pink, yes. That didn't need saying, that's obvious.
So let's go back to normal settings. So screen filter, we have CRT, curved edge. If you want to feel...
But it also puts a vertical scan down there as well.
Yes.
If you look at there, so it's actually... And it's even hovering the image a little bit.
Yeah, so if you want to have your screenshot look like it's they came from last century or something like that, from the 70s, you could do that. I'm sure you can do something cool with it. So there's one a little bit milder CRT without changing the actual not dimension of the screen, but what do you call curvature, I suppose.
This makes it look more like a proper CRT.
Yes.
I think the other way around with the curved edge.
So that's how it would look. Stupid UI. Oh my god, it's almost like I'm a CCTV camera. Look at that. What are you doing over there? Anyway.
There might be a licensing issue with that FabDiva.
Okay, and there is noise as well. So you can combine this with your color filter, like black and white or sepia, for example. And that's where you make those nice Steam era screenshots.
So can we... you can't have CRT and noise then?
No, I'm afraid no. But you can have different colors, but no CRT and noise altogether. And I like this depth of field so much. It's kind of, you don't really notice it that much right now, but when you're playing, you do definitely notice it. And it's so cool. And so if we combine, for example, noise with black and white, completely changes the way the game looks, and you can not only you can just take screenshots, but you can actually play it. As I've said 5 times already, perfect for Steam era, and maybe maybe whatever you imagine in your head and the screenshot to be, you can do it right now. So, next thing, I'm gonna put it normal. Vignette. We have 3 levels.
It looks so plain when it's in colour.
Does it? I think it looks pretty good.
No, compared to the lovely tastefulness of black and white.
That's fair enough, yeah. I wonder if you can do white and pink.
We need pink and white.
Yeah, so Vignette 3 levels. Obviously adds a little bit of a border to the side. Again, from the photographer's point of view, this allows you to sort of focus on the object right in front of you, in the center of your lens, or in our case, the screen. Just a little touch. It makes the game quite a bit darker, obviously, on the edges. So it's up to you. I mean, I prefer the smaller one, the lighter version of this filter, but it's up to you really what to choose. And the last one in this menu is the field of view. So field of view changes. I would say focal point, but I might sound like a total noob to the people who are photographers. So
Changes the field of view. So it's the angle of which you can see is opened and closed depending on the slider. So this is closing the angle down, which has the impact of looking like a zoom function.
Exactly, but it also, compared to how it was before, it allows you to zoom in a little bit closer than previously. So the way it is right now, I can cancel the game. This is I've scrolled out to the maximum. This is the furthest I can get. So if I look that way, for example, to the far end of the track, I can zoom in very far. So you can see I'm standing on a platform and I'm zooming and seeing the train coming, and I can even see the what hair color is of the driver, and obviously I can see so many things, and it allows you to take some nice screenshots as well. It definitely didn't zoom in the same way before, but
should we just show what that looks like in cab as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, that's what I was going to do. So this is how it looks in the cab. This is the maximum I can zoom out. So this is you're literally, your face is in the dashboard. But it definitely has some touch to it, so you can adjust it the way you want. I would imagine it could be very useful for bigger screens. So there you go. If we increase it to the maximum level, you can see how it changes drastically. But what happens now is that you can actually see almost the whole cab. If I look down, I can look at the dashboard, and everything behind the dashboard or outside the train becomes slightly blurred. Is there anything you wanted to add, or?
No, it looks good. So this is actually very similar. For those of you hardcore users, you'd have been used to using a command line launch parameter called setFOV. This essentially is bringing that so that it's nice and easy to use with the slider in game.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, as you can see, it's not zooming out even.
Yeah, the mouse wheel still works. You're setting your base field of view, and then your mouse wheel can then adjust that while you're actually in game.
Exactly. So quite a lot of things you can do with this. Alright, so let's set it to the way I want the game to look, for example, if I'm playing on this particular route. So first of all, actually, you know what? The first thing I'm gonna do is set everything to default so that you can see how it used to look and how it looks now. So if I set everything here to default, quite a difference, I would say. So obviously all the shadows become darker. With our new functions, you can make the shadow. You can highlight the shadows, make it just do anything you want, really. Adjust it in any way possible. And this is what I really like. Variety of options. And by the way, RW Enhancer, everyone knows about it. It's going to work with this version of TS 2020. We are in touch with the developer of RW Enhancer. They're great, absolutely fantastic people to work with, and it's going to be working. There's not going to be any issues, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully, of course, yeah. This is what all developers do when they develop. So let's put it a little bit lighter for myself, because I kind of like it when it's light. Contrast a little bit more. Yeah. You know what? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna exit the game. I'm gonna go to the main menu and to the settings, and I'm gonna play a little bit more with the settings and just see what else I can do. Okay, contrast. All these are in game. Dynamic clouds. Everything's normal. So field of view. So everything's to the max here. Ambient occlusions to the max. I don't really like depth of field to be too strong, so I'm probably just gonna turn it off for now and disable it rather. Because I like it, but it makes it for me personally a little bit difficult to read signals. So I'm gonna leave it as it is right now. Okay, so the next thing, I mean, we basically went for this where I don't want to spend any more time on this, and quite a lot of things you can do, adjust and play around and just make the game look the way you want it to look. Next thing we're on our agenda today is the new route that is coming exclusively with TS20. TS 2020. It's not going to be available separately. It's going to be exclusive to the to this package. The price remains the same at $24.99. Just a reminder, it's coming out tomorrow at 6 p.m. British summertime, and the route is called Nuremberg to Regensburg, Bahn. Located in Bavaria, in Germany. It was built in 1859. We're actually going to fire up while it's loading and I'm talking about it. I'm not gonna cut any edges. I'm gonna go straight to the most difficult scenario that there is. Hopefully, if something bad happens, you're gonna be forgiving. But I'll be using the rail driver. It's fantastic. I've been using it for the past couple of weeks while playing TS, and I just can't stop. I can't play with the keyboard anymore. It's amazing. And so the new route, Nuremberg to Regensburg, Bahn, built 1859. It was 10 years later changed. It was too long, so they made it go through the Neumarkt, and all of the stations are featured in the game, including both stations at Regensburg and Nuremberg. Gothic, they're very detailed. You will see if you fire up the game, and you will see how detailed they are. It's fantastic. Nuremberg is obviously a very historical place in Germany. It's one of the pretty much where nation was born, sort of, I guess. And caution to the wind, yep. And so in 1959 it was built, and 10 years later it was changed. At the end of the 19th century, some more tracks were added. 1950s it was electrified, and 2007 it became high speed. So it's 100 kilometers long, or 60 miles in the game. Quite long route, high speed, so there's plenty of opportunity to go fast. Fantastic scenery. They've put a lot of effort into the details. What else do we have about this? What else? What sort of rolling stock we have featured in there? We have DBBR 440 in DB traffic red livery. We've got DBBR 442 in the same livery, and we've got the DBBR 185.2 in the same DB traffic red livery. Variety of included freight wagons. We have, as I said, two notable locations. New Gothic style Nuremberg Central Station, built in 1844, and Regensburg Central Station, built in 1835, but it was rebuilt in 1955. There's some other cool places like New Neumarkt Station, built in 1871. There is a Mariota Brücke rail bridge. I'm sorry, I apologize if it was wrong. And there are 7 scenarios, 3 rail fan scenarios. Obviously, it's compatible with Quick Drive. And there are 27 faithfully recreated stations. So, hello driver, it's a busy evening here at Nuremberg. You'll be driving a rush hour service which makes a special stop at the stadium. Please see your briefing for details. So, as I said, it's most difficult, one of the most difficult, or if not the most difficult scenarios here, and obviously I'm going to be playing it with my amazing rail driver. I'm going to take it home tonight and play some more Train Simulator. Whoa, it's a little bit dark in here. What could I do to maybe make the route a little bit lighter? I can go to settings, options, and maybe increase the ambient light a little bit. Oh yeah, that's much better. Let's improve the silent intensity as well, just to make everything a little bit lighter, because I like it the way it is. Actually, maybe I should play with the in black and white. I can't decide. Well, let's put it black and white. No, I wouldn't be able to see the signals if I played with
Signals would be a challenge
with black and white. So we're just gonna wait. We're gonna set everything, reverse it to forward. Okay, that was wipers. Stop, please. Stop. What are you doing? Okay.
He's had 5 minutes. He's already broken it.
Anyway, yeah. So we're gonna wait a little bit. You guys can go ahead with your questions. Let's read the chat a little bit. We haven't.
Yeah, I'm looking through the channel.
Anything interesting or trends in world again?
Talking about lots of different stuff. Loving the field of view option. People want to see Victorian railways from Australia, which would be cool. Some really cool locos.
Oh yeah, we had a nice announcement today. Quite interesting. The Wasatch Grade was announced today for Train Simulator. Did you hear about it, Matt?
Sorry?
The Wasatch Grade.
Right.
It was announced today for Train Simulator.
Nice.
Quite interesting. I've seen the feedback was great. Yes, we actually. Okay, I'm not going to be spending too much time on it because on this particular scenario you have to follow the schedule very closely. Otherwise you'll fail. I'm probably going to be speeding somewhere, guys. I'm a little bit struggling with watching the signals in this game, so I'm sorry if that happens. But as long as we do not fail, it's all right. First of all,
Eram saw there's no changes to the Rail Driver API DLL file.
Route map. Here's the Nuremberg Hauptbahnhof. Hopefully I said it the right way. Goes all the way to Regensburg. 100 kilometers, so there is plenty of gameplay for everyone. You can see how busy it is. Both of these stations are very, very, very busy, which is amazing. And a lot of traffic, so I think we're ready. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and start because we might be late if I do not start straight away. We have 11 stops here. And there's literally, between most of them, there's only a couple of minutes, so we do have to go quite fast. And Matt will be watching. If I do miss the signal, Matt will give me 1 point, and at 3 points, I don't know, you guys come up with something. Yeah, I'm gonna use this moment to show you around the Nuremberg a little bit. So you can see a lot of track. Wow. A lot of track. Sorry if I'm moving too fast, but I have to. A lot of action on this route. Well, but by the way, we're driving Talent 2 right now. It's super fast. How do you say super fast in German?
Sorry?
How do you say super fast in German?
I am the wrong person to answer that
super
question.
Super schneller? I don't know. Something like that. Alright, we can speed up a little bit. Yeah, we have a change log for Southampton and N-Line. Perhaps, Matt, you want to go for this very quickly?
What we got for N-Line? So there's a fix to a number of binary scenery issues, so that'll be just polishing up placements and things. There's a junction lever at Gold Hill Quarry, which has now been fixed so that you can use long wagons over the divergence. There's a fix to the track at London Danville Road. Some minor fixes regarding wagon collision models. And then localization added for Spanish, Italian, Polish, Russian, and simplified Chinese. So those are changes to the N line.
And there's Southampton there as
and
well.
Southampton line, we have again a number of fixed or minor scenery issues, a number of assets in Christchurch specifically that needed improvement, new platform ends, so new ends on each of the platforms, further detail to some of the depot areas, further detail to the water tanks added at New Milton. Applied an adjustment to the railfan track at Brockenhurst, so this would help railfan scenarios. And several minor fixes to the coupling on the 450. And then again, localization added for Spanish, Italian, Polish, Russian, and simplified Chinese. That's on top of the French and German that was already there. No, this is not on PS4, Craig Fallon. This is on PC only.
PC only. Yeah, I'm gonna calm down with talking a little bit because I need to watch this. I don't want to.
Does adjusting lighting camera settings affect FPS? I imagine lighting I don't think would have any effect on FPS at all. The camera settings, I imagine if there is an effect, it's really minor. I can't imagine it. Certainly not seen any.
From what I know, we have actually seen an increase in FPS. So yeah.
I think these days with TS1, unless you've got a fairly low end machine, the only setting that really has a major impact on performance is the super sampled anti-alias one. The other ones are all reasonably lightweight on settings.
Alright, first station, Nuremberg Frankenstadion. And actually, someone said super fast in German is superschneller, so I was right. Super schnell, sorry. Lovely background for the smart fridge, yeah, sure. So we're already late. It's fine.
Athens, if you have TS 2019, you bought some route add-ons and trains. If you buy 2020, will all the routes from 19 that you bought originally exist continue to work? Yes. So if you do nothing, then when this launches, you're going to get all these core features. You'll get the new visual options, and the game will upgrade and say that it is TS 2020. That will happen for free. Everyone gets that. What you don't get is the content that's in the game. This is the way that it works every year. So, for example, if you don't have the end line, you will still continue to not have the end line. If you then purchase TS 2020, what will happen is that it will add the missing content that you don't have to your game. So you'll gain the Nuremberg route, which nobody's got. That's exclusive to this release. You'll gain the end line and you'll gain the southwestern lines. If you've already had them, it will leave them well alone. So that content will now appear in your game. All of your existing content will continue to work as it has been before, that's basically it. You'll just be able to it'll just upgrade so that you can play the game. Being able to make a loco change from diesel to electric in a scenario, that's already possible if you've got a loco that does that. So, for example, the Class 73 in the UK or the FL9 in the United States, they already have that functionality.
Oh, I love the lever. It's amazing the way you control it. You just feel it and believe it. What's Euro price in TS 2020? Should be $29.99. So it translates from the UK price of actually I didn't even mention. I just said $24.99. Like Britain is the whole world.
Myosterius, can you set multiple stops and quick drive? So there's no change to that functionality. So that functionality, quick drive, the only change is the ability to turn off AI trains. Don't think there's any rolling stock changes on the included routes, Schnauzer. Patrick Guy, if you've already got TS 2019, just simply buy TS 2020 and then you'll get the exclusive route. It will overlay onto your existing game and just add the new route. The price of TS 2020 is the price of a single route. So essentially you buy effectively one route and you get everything else with it as well. But you absolutely can get it even if you've already got TS 2019.
Going fast, aren't we?
Going a bit too fast, probably.
You think so?
160 kilometers an hour limit, this thing.
It's 200.
I think if you look up, you look at use the camera to look up on the top, to the left or the right.
Okay.
Somewhere I think it says 160 limit. Look right. There you go. 160
Okay,
km/h.
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't say anything. You're joking, right? Alright, now I'm speeding. Okay, well, I was expecting that to happen.
There was a ZS3 indicator there that said 13.
I was looking at the non-existent 160 kilometers per hour mark.
Yeah, PCB's turned off at the moment, Mr. Capture.
No,
otherwise, it would have already had the brakes on for him.
No, guys, no busy bee. Sorry, it's a difficult scenario and it's not easy at all.
Hey, Slamdoor Fun, how's it going?
I can't believe. Just embarrassed me.
That's what I'm here for, isn't it?
Yeah. It's beautiful German scenery.
It's lovely, isn't it? This is a really nice route.
It is. And we're still in the sort of like not exactly urban, but outside of the city area, we have quite a lot of rural stuff. What? Sorry? Did you want me to show something? Oh, sorry, never mind. This one's 60, yes? 60. This one, yeah, it did say 66 number, so it must be 60.
Yeah, I need to click.
Yeah, I need to click. 1 second. There you go. Hope nothing's happened. There you go. Slow down a little bit too fast. I mean, the signal is a little bit further. Wall's a little bit further, but it's fine.
Dimitri seems more energetic lately. To be honest, he's just totally hyped.
Yeah.
I mean, not only has he got TS20 to play with, but he's got a rail driver to play with.
Exactly.
I mean, I have never seen him this excited.
I just love German roots.
Me too, actually. I really, really enjoy the German roots.
Just yeah.
With PZB on.
Yep.
Raptor Engineer, there's no changes in TS1 editor, no.
So we are at the Feucht station. Good stop. So, how's our timetable? Well, obviously we're already late. We're supposed to be leaving at 17:31, but that's totally fine. I mean, no one's gonna judge. So.
I'm gonna judge.
No, you're not. No.
I need a click though.
Oh. Feucht means wet, Lemau. Okay. How are we doing with our schedule? We are good. Okay. Welcome everyone who have just joined. We are showing Train Simulator 2020. And in the first half of the stream we sort of went through what is happening with all the graphical changes, or settings rather than changes. And right now we're showing the newest route, Nuremberg to Regensburg. We're slightly behind the schedule, but it's absolutely fine. I would never be able to be a German train driver, that's for sure. But because they're so, you know, on point. It's just 1 kilometer from the next station. Is it doing the thing again? No? Is it fine, the chat?
Yeah, all looking good. No, I don't think there's LZB on this route. There's LZB on the first little bit because that's the high-speed line heading for Munich. but we've turned off of the high speed line at this point, and we're now heading east to Regensburg.
Mm-hmm.
Can speed up now. Oh, except you're
it's the
stopping.
station. Huh. You won't trick me. You won't trick me. I know you tried to trick me.
Cool fan, real train driver on the S3 until now. All in all, looks quite nice. Excellent. That's really good feedback. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I must admit we had to slightly lower these settings, like anti-aliasing, and I'm sorry if I pronounced the wrong way, but it does look a little bit not clear, but it's due to the fact that we have 3 monitors and we have the whole game here. It just keeps pausing. And yeah, so sorry about that. When I was playing it with all absolutely maxed out settings, it was absolutely beautiful. And with the new settings that we're introducing in Train Simulator 2020, it looked absolutely amazing, just beautiful. And I'm saying it as a Train Sim World fan.
Don Whibley, the new graphics settings shouldn't really have much impact on frame rate at all.
What did you do? Just randomly switched on the wiper. So next station is 2 kilometers. We're just gonna disable this thing. It's slightly annoying. So yeah, we're going into more sort of rural area right now.
I've lost chat.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna stop and we're approaching Ohenbruck, platform 1.
Folks, if you're asking questions at the moment, it's not updating, so give us a minute. I really wish we'd find out why Restream Chat does this. It's really annoying. Definitely feeling like we're out in the countryside a bit more now, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes. I tried to fix the thing with the chat. Found some obstacles.
So you're saying you failed?
Found some obstacles. Yeah. There we go. Stop. Okay, stop. Okay, it's okay.
I'm like that when I'm coming in sometimes.
Passengers from the first carriage, please move to the second one.
Yeah, I'm like that when I'm stopping sometimes. Oh, I'm going to be way too early. Oh, I completely missed the station.
And
a couple of you talked about hectometer plates, and yeah, we'll raise that with the team. I've noticed. Yeah, I noticed that myself. BR2189, if you've already got TS 2019, you will get the core game updates, so the new features for TS 2020 for free. You won't get the new content for free. You'll need to buy TS 2020 to add that content to your library. Same as every year.
As you can see, there's a lot of stops with this scenario, so you have to really pay attention. It's 110.
Schnauzer Power, we can do a bit of end line tonight. I can't remember what's the plan for tonight in total.
Plan was to finish with this scenario and look at Southampton again, but if you insist, we can look at end line.
There you go. Insist, everybody.
No, do not insist. Yeah, if you want, insist. Okay, I'll do whatever you want.
I don't have access to changing video images and things, Patrick Guy, but the people that do are in the chat, so they'll be hearing you. Schnauzer Power insists, by the way.
Yeah, of course he does. He's probably sitting there with his Trains in World t-shirt and his Trains in World cap.
Well, to be honest, if he isn't, I'm going to be disappointed.
Yes, guys, I'm gonna pause for a second. Just for a second. And we are gonna fix this problem right now. I'm not happy about it. So we don't have to pause all the time. It's okay. We will stay for 5 more minutes during the stream, right, Matt?
Yep.
Oh no, there are some special characters. Okay.
Schnauzer says he sold them on the black market for millions. Millions of won, I assume.
Millions of peso. Okay, almost there. Star and this weird symbol. What are they saying in the chat while I'm not looking?
They're discussing the price at the moment, and Martin has just confirmed pricing for them at $30 US.
Yep. Please. There we go.
Okay. Oh, I should just use the phone.
Yeah. Okay, sorry guys, we're back. We're back and nothing is gonna stop us now. Good? Is it running fine? Right, so how are we doing with our schedule? Yeah.
You've got 20 seconds to get to the next station. Easy.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, we just put max power and just go. I mean, passengers will probably be happy because they also want to go get home.
Patrick Guy, Dimitri's Estonian. Is that right?
Yes. I'm from Estonia. Yeah. Let's put it this way. I was born there. Born and raised. There you go.
Sven, you should probably go back to the beginning of the stream and watch all the new, where Dimitri covered what was new in this build.
Yeah. As soon as we're done with the stream, it will be uploaded to YouTube, and you'll be able to see everything. This is probably the first half an hour we talk about this. Let's go. Now it's definitely a very rural area. It does remind me of rapid transit route a little bit, actually.
Yep. Well, it's the same train as rapid transit.
Yep.
Martin Miles, so Train Simulator 2020, this iteration of Train Simulator won't ever make it, or it's unlikely to ever make it to a console, just because of the way it's quite a long-standing product and wasn't ever built with console in mind. That is why Train Sim World, one of the reasons Train Sim World came into being, was to create something that could run on consoles. Frazzlegun, shout out. If you want to make a shortcut to the 64-bit, find this railworks64.exe in the railworks folder and create a shortcut to that. There's no way to create a shortcut to something via a pop-up option on Steam, unfortunately.
There we go. A little bit late. Not too bad. Yeah, well, Suburban Bard, yeah.
32 or 64-bit Eremsaw is kind of up to you. I mean, it's if you're running content that needs more memory, then you pretty much have to use 64-bit. Otherwise than that, I would say if you're running on 4 gigs of memory or less, then use 32-bit because you'd be actually worse off with 64-bit version of the game. But if you're running on more than 4 gigs of memory, then you may as well use the 64-bit version.
Yeah, what do you guys think so far of the route? Definitely heard some good feedback. I mean, we're only running for 20 minutes. You can't really make a lot of conclusions about it, but hope you're enjoying it. There's definitely been a lot of effort to put it together for the dev team, like in any other route, to be honest.
Trees are very nice. Yes, yeah. The art team. It looks particularly nice in the autumn as well, with different colour. You can see some of the trees changing colour on the left-hand side there. I want to give a particular shout out also to the overhead line equipment. I think there's some beautiful detailing on that. Is there any plan to bolt Southampton to Bournemouth the PDL? Not at the moment, Mike. Sorry, I'm looking down so that I can read Dimitri's phone.
Yeah, I left this as a last resort option, hoping that it will work, but unfortunately. But that's fine, we'll fix it next time. Okay, so Ober... Freuden. Hi, zwei Polizei, I don't know.
Hermsor says, question to Dimitri, where's PZB?
It's PZB? No, I'm not this time, guys, sorry. I mean, too much. I'm already late, if it was PZB then I wouldn't be able to be so happy because I would be sad if I was driving the PZB. But definitely whenever the next German Train Sim World stuff comes out, 100% PCB, and it will be like a test. The test.
Someone else has said, are we going to see the 440 this evening?
Well, I mean, we can see everything if you guys want.
Let's have a quick look at the 440 after we've done this scenario. Hermsor says, challenge yourself.
There it passed.
There you go. That was it. There you go. You've seen it now. Top speed on this Nerd 6 is 160 kilometers an hour, as it most definitely does not say on a metal plaque on the right hand side of the cab there.
I think at the next station we're gonna do a little bit of external view, and I might play a little bit with the graphic settings a little bit, just to see what else we can do.
Will there be full support for the Raildriver cab controller? So TS1 already supports Raildriver. Just download the official software from raildriver.com. It'll interface with the game, and it works. It's what Dimitri is using right now, in fact.
I mean, I didn't change any key bindings yet. I'm probably going to look at it a little bit later. So as of now, I'm just using whoever the owner was before me set. So I'm going to look at what I can do. There's a couple of things I would add, and there's some blanks in here. But overall, it's absolutely fine.
Bam says, "What's your favourite English, German, and American locos?"
All right, Matt, you tell.
Favourite English. See, there's so many. I like all trains, so it's a real difficult question to answer. In American, for freight stuff, I like something like a GP38-2 because it's small but powerful. German, well, that's tough.
Yeah,
I really like the 155 actually, the BR155. And the English trains, modern trains, I like the Javelin, the Class 395s. Those are particularly good. Steam engines, I like the E9Fs or the A4s. Those are particularly awesome. The Gronk is a pretty good train as well. Definitely. Definitely like the Gronk. I'm sorry, wait, you can change the keybinds. No, it's on the Raildriver. You can change when I press a button on the Raildriver, what it maps to, using the MacroWorks software from Raildriver. So it's not a function of TS, it's a function of the Raildriver. Yes, the power container, Mr. Capture, that's the one. The big red box. It's interesting to drive. It's like the BR143 I quite like as well. Any freight on this route? Yes, there is indeed. Node 6. It comes with the BR185.2 and with a set of freight wagons.
Just to make it a little bit sort of brighter. No, I'm gonna
go on, let's go mad. Put it in CRT mode.
Alright, okay. This one?
Fully bonkers CRT mode with a bit of vignette.
And black and white?
No, because then you won't be able to see the signals.
I don't need them.
You don't need them? No. Oh, in that case. Signals.
Alright, there we go.
Oh, look at this.
Look at that. Whew.
It's gone full Freddy's.
It's like my head is a TV or something like that. Alright, I'm going to disable the vignette because I can't see absolutely anything with it. There we go. I still can't see much. What I do like about the levers is just the power is smooth. When it goes to traction modes, I can control it much better than with the keyboard. There you go. Do you like it, Matt?
I do.
Look at that scenery. All the houses look so German.
The whole route looks German.
Yeah. Incredible. Are you streaming tonight?
Not sure at the moment. Not sure. I've got to go sort dinner out, and then I've got to go and do shopping. So it might be a bit late.
Do you want to know a secret? I sometimes go to your streams, but I never say anything.
Say again?
Do you know a secret? Do you want a secret? I sometimes go to your streams and I watch them, but I do not say anything at all ever. I just watch them. Yeah, I just watch them.
That's just me.
I could have, but no. It's like, Matt, hello, Matt.
My PC's actually broken at home at the moment. It keeps spontaneously
rebooting. Yeah, that's why you're
itself.
playing PS4, right?
So I'm basically I pretty much exclusively stream TSW on PS4 now until it comes back from the place to get repaired. Which hopefully will be next week, but still. And there's nothing wrong with that. TSW on PS4 is awesome. Favourite narrow gauge locomotive, Schnauzer Powers. See, I quite like the double fairley ones, the ones that are back to back on the 50 I think they look really interesting. I did takeaway last night, Sprinter. I can't do takeaway 2 nights in a row. That's just ridiculous.
What'd you? Well, I'm not gonna ask. What did you have?
We had pizza last night.
Unrelated to the stream. Sorry.
We had pizza last night.
Okay. Well, okay. Fair enough. Pizza is always good. Alright. I think it was the last fast, unless Signal will tell me otherwise. Last fast section. So let's go maximum power. Do you guys even see anything on that screen? Well, it looks like a proper TV on that screen.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Oh shit! I need
Language, Timothy. We have a request for a sound the horn, please. And this is the censorship horn.
Oh. Well, I forgot I need to slow down. There's 300 meters left till the.
It's not like I've ever missed a station on a live stream before. Of the American carbon copy, Mike. I don't know anyone in the UK that actually delivers proper pizza. Is there any more UK routes coming to PS4? I'm assuming you mean on Train Sim World. I'm sure there'll be more stuff coming at some point. Just keep an eye out on the usual channels for announcements.
If you follow our social media, that's the best way.
So any tech heads have just spotted what Dimitri's score is. It's just making me think in my head, score not found.
Yeah,
See, there's some freight on the left,
space, but it's okay. Yeah, last stop. We'll be approaching Neumarkt, so let's see, is it right in the middle if I'm not mistaken? So that's where they decided this route should go, because before it was much longer, it was 40 kilometers longer between the two cities. Score not found. Okay, yeah, I mean, we're just gonna skip that menu as fast as we can. Can you guys actually see anything? Let's disable this. Normal. Perhaps field of view as well a little bit. Just make it a little bit more visible.
What's my favourite Dutch train, Patrick? That's a good question. I don't know a lot of Dutch trains. I used to play lots of Dutch trains back in MSTS days. I think I quite like the look of the Koplopper, actually. It's quite interesting, being that a coach with the cab on the top of it. And then there's that older one. Is it a Mat 86 or something, or Mat's 86, which has got like a rounded front and a nose? I'm probably getting those numbers completely wrong.
Okay, slow down a little bit too rapidly, but it happens. I'll just go a little bit faster. Dutch DLC, what is that? Deutschland.
Apparently when someone...
Okay. I don't really,
Let's just pretend that was a different shade of red that looked very green, shall we?
that really scared me. Alright, let's go a little bit faster. We're almost there. I wanna have a look at the station as well. There we go. That's the one that I was waiting for. Almost there. Right, so Neumarkt.
The price for TS 2020 is the same as the current prices, JJ. So £24.99, $29.99. Is that right?
No,
I can't remember.
Dollars, I can't.
£24.99. I know that much. Whatever you'd normally pay for a £24.99.
I think it's $29.99 in the USA as well, but
Yeah.
I might be wrong. So just in case, just in case, check the price before purchasing.
Yeah, apparently when someone asks you for your favourite Dutch train, you're not allowed to say Fire.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently you're not allowed to say Fire. It gets you in trouble with Dutch people.
You didn't know? Alright, so we're there. What are they saying? So we're here. We're almost done. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. And you can see people talking. Someone sneezing as well. And this is the 440. The other one was 442. So there we are, guys. I mean, I'm really sorry for the atrocious driving, but
That wasn't atrocious driving. What are you talking about? It was amazing.
if you could plug that cable,
What do you want, sorry?
the red one, the red cable into my phone. No, no one sees anything on the screen. Right. So next thing we're gonna do is let's decide end line.
Let's have a look at the 440 next.
Okay.
We don't have to run a full scenario. Let's just run a 440.
Which one? Let's go through the region. Yeah. This would help as well. Thank you, Flying Scotsman. I really appreciate the fact that you think that my driving is superb.
Do I like the idea of
Hi from-
HS2?
Hi from
I like
Russia,
all sorts
Privyet.
of. I like all sorts of new developments, but they all come with their own challenges. So we'll see what actually happens when HS2 actually happens.
It's too much politics right now.
Yeah, it's not about the railway at the moment. It's just about politics.
Yep. I like this screenshot a lot. I really like it.
I just love the community submitted screenshots. For me, they've just made the loading. They brought the loading screens to life.
And can you imagine what's gonna happen after TS 2020 releases? Oh my god, Schnauzer! I mean, I'm waiting. If you're not winning 4 weekly screenshot contests in a row, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Quick way to disable workshop items. So there is actually now a filter that will show you just workshop, just official, and all. So it won't disable them, but it'll get rid of them from the list at least. If you want to make sure you got rid of them all, your best bet would be to uninstall, then clean the folders, then reinstall the game.
Okay, 440. Let's go external. Where are we? We are Regensburg. Oh yeah, well, I mean, we actually didn't show you Regensburg at all, so let's do it. Just that. So that is the station. When was it built? So it was rebuilt in 1955, but it was built somewhere in the middle 18th century. as you can see, it's a pretty interesting location. It's pretty big. So this is the what were you guys were looking for?
Yeah, open the doors. If we run one station or something.
Yep. Oh, hello, dude. He just materialized.
Is there something on the keyboard? The next station marker's going a bit.
I see. I'm not sure.
It's unlikely there will ever be multiplayer in TS 2020 GRE. It's not really been built for it in mind. We'll just have to see how the future pans out, Jermaine.
Patrick's asking, what is my favorite train in the entire world? In the entire world? Oh my god.
That's an awful lot of trains to pick from.
Yeah. I mean, it's a difficult question. I'm not going to answer it. I can tell you randomly something, but it's not going to be fair. I do prefer American stuff a little bit. American freight. This is something I've been very much into recently. Class 43 is the best. Yep.
F3 Raz, you like the Talgo. I think the Canadian, I think it's the Amtrak Cascades. They run the Talgo stock with an F59 PHI on the front, and they've got this big coach that bridges down to the little tiny European Talgos type stock. It just looks really silly. I love the way that looks.
Okay. Don't tell me it's important in an emergency. No. All good. Alright, leaving Regensburg. We are supposed to be... Okay, so this is whole route pretty much. Goes all the way to Nuremberg. Takes about 15 minutes looking from it.
I'm not sure what the values are for the field of view. JJ? I don't think the UI tells you what the numbers are.
Yeah, I mean, next stop is going to be, wow, 11:35. If you guys still want to see the end line, we might have to cut this a little bit, but... What's going on? Why does it say emergency when I put there? I mean, it doesn't really apply. I've tried recalibrating the rail driver right before the stream, but it's still doing it.
Real man, we're actually going to run the end line shortly. We just had some requests to show the 440, so we're just giving a quick run on the 440. Don Wibley, so we have actually been working with the author of our W enhancer, and it should work fine in TS 2020. So
yep.
Whether it's worth it is your decision. Is a judgment call you can make. Will it work? Should do. Yes.
The only issue with the rail driver, like not the issue, but the way it's designed, that creates a little bit of a problem. But I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it. Is the throttle lever? Obviously, it's very different on different trains. So you know, some have notches. You know, some have more or less notches. So it's a little bit more difficult. So if you're driving, for example, here, I can't really specifically always understand where exactly it is located and which notch just by feeling it. I have to look at the UI and understand. Favorite route in Train Simulator. So the first Train Simulator. Let me think. Okay, this I will give you an answer to this, but give me a second to think about it. Well, from the most recent ones, I do like the Southampton. I just like British commuter quite a lot. It's kind of relaxed. Depends on what you're playing, of course, but it's kind of relaxed. Yeah, it's probably the Southampton. And just to be clear, I don't really have a lot of knowledge about what came out. Let's say everything prior to 2015 or so, or 16. So I'm sure there've been some great routes that I would have liked if I played them. But I do tend to play more recent stuff just because of time.
Macca, thank you for that. Appreciate. Glad you're enjoying the streams. No, the HUD isn't movable, JJ. The HUD is fundamentally the same as it has been previously.
Okay, where's that bridge? Is it here? Yes. Oh, I missed it. Almost missed it. There you go. I'm not gonna pronounce the name. I'm gonna read it out for you. But
It's quite a well-known bridge, that, isn't it?
Yep. Okay, let's drive this for another minute and then go to end line because people do want to see that as well.
Will TS 2020 be optimized towards people on lower spec computers? So fundamentally, the optimizations in 2020 is no different to TS 2019. So what worked before will work about the same going forwards. So you should be fine.
Well, yeah. I was told they've noticed slight improvement, but
some people, I guess it'll
promise.
depend very much on the system. Some people in the beta group have reported some small improvements in frame rate, I think. So, but for the AO, is this requiring new materials in Max? No, it doesn't. Not that I'm aware of. It works with all the existing stock.
Okay, that's it. Let's go to the end line.
I'm loving that rock face down
Yes,
the left-hand
yeah.
side. It's really nice. Right, end line. Before Schnauzer Power sends in the boys.
Right from Florida, I think. Florida, if I'm not mistaken.
Have we got ambient occlusion turned on at the moment?
Okay, let me check just in case.
Yes, it is turned on.
Yep.
It's set to high. So it darkens up, creates more shadows and things. How it's done is a shader mod, Alan Thompson. Exactly how it's done, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. It's no changes to the content, though.
Okay, let's do whatever, the whole line, GP32, okay. We're not gonna run the whole line, that would take more than one stream, but just a little bit show you. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you a little bit of graphic settings with this. You are able to do a lot of adjustments on this particular route, I've noticed. I mean, you can do them everywhere, but they're noticeable, more noticeable than elsewhere.
I'm not aware of any particular performance impact on AO, Dan. It may be down to hardware. What kind of graphics card may have bigger or lesser of impact on the AO, but we're not seeing much of difference. It's mostly down to tuning it to the effect that you like, because in some ways it'll be a stronger or weaker effect. Benami, so as I said earlier on, I've not been actually involved with any of the development of TS 2020, so I can't explain how it works because I don't know.
Yeah, Golden Squid, we did. I don't know if you've been in the very beginning of the stream, but we did show things that have changed. It's more of a quality of life improvements. Yeah, we're gonna upload this to YouTube as soon. If you've missed it, it's gonna be uploaded to YouTube. You could have a look. It's like the first half an hour. Or 15 minutes. We will talk about it. So, good afternoon, NG. The train is now ready to be taken to Hall's Ferry. Right. This is the end line. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the end line. Yes.
You got the main line up there at Salisbury,
line,
and then that comes off down to the branch line, which is the end line.
Yep.
Which is the Yadkin branch, I think is its actual name.
So I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna drive, just start the loco and move it a little bit, and then I'm gonna see what sort of changes I can make with the new graphical settings. Okay, it seems like we have brakes applied a little bit. Here we go.
Golden Squid, so TS 2020 comes with Southwestern Main Line, Southampton to Bournemouth. You like the old Norfolk Southern Territory, do you, Schnauzer? I must admit, I'm quite. I find the black livery quite appealing.
And the sounds. Right. Let's see how all this will look.
Golden Squid, there is actually a Midland Main Line route, London to Bedford on Train Simulator, the current Train Simulator.
Alright, let's play a little bit with the new settings. So this either increases or decreases the general light intensity on the route, and then sunlight is only if there's actually sunlight. So it's much less noticeable in the dark time. If I have contrast, I would crank it up a little bit. I think it actually looks better if you increase the contrast on the route due to all the foliage. Camera options, yeah, field of view, we've had it set like that. But this is what I like, this is what I like a lot. Let's put it to noise and make it black and white. And wow. I'm not sure if it actually looks good or bad. You tell me, Matt.
I thought that looked rather good, actually.
Alright, I'm gonna move a little bit further, and then I'm gonna disable the black and white. Yeah, I think I've told you about the zoom with the high field of view. You can zoom in very far. Right, let's disable this. Camera options.
Subterra TS actually does already take advantage of multiple cores, but there's only a limited number of things that it shoots off to the other cores. Running multiple cores is a major architectural rechange to the game, so that's unlikely to happen to this iteration of Train Simulator. You would have to scrap it and start it again, really, to take advantage of it properly, which is kind of what TSW was about.
Oh my god, I was speeding. Oh my god, let me just hide it. Yeah, if you guys want me to actually just play, let me know. I thought I would do a little bit of a rail fanning type of thing.
Schnauzer would like the horn.
Hope you like it. Let's do one more.
Jermaine, do I like pacers? Obviously. Everyone should like pacers.
I don't want to show the UI again because I'm speeding really badly.
Well, you were.
Oh, okay, I was. Okay, yeah, never mind then. It's 15 in front of us. When I played this, I was a little bit struggling with the brakes on this thing. They're just, I don't know, the way they work, they're just applied so slowly, so you have to be very careful. So if you guys have any tips how to brake on the GP38 and Translator 1, please, I'm all ears.
So I had a request from someone, can you play with the contrast? He'd like to see how it looks in the darks, ends of hoppers and such.
What was that again?
So if you use the 2 camera, or 3 camera, whatever, focus the camera on some of the hoppers.
Okay. Hoppers.
Yeah, and then mess with the contrast.
Yeah. So this is makes it very light, but you can actually see a lot. But I mean, it all depends on your screen and the lighting in your room. You can adjust it the way you want. You can make it very dark or quite bland as well.
The ambient light is also turned up at the moment as well. So if you can maybe turn the ambient light down as well.
Okay, let's just do this. Now you can't see anything. If you put it to the max, that's actually not so bad. I would expect it to be a little bit worse. It's actually not so bad at all. Well, I mean, you can see the blacks are very, very high.
Blacks are really
very
black.
saturated. Yeah. No handbrake too. Yeah, guys. Last few minutes. If you have anything else, if you want us to show anything else, please let us know.
Yeah, shout if there's something you'd like to see, folks.
Yeah, just like that. Perfect.
Yeah. So actually, there has been some graffiti going in Train World on wagons and so forth. So at some point that might start appearing on TS1 routes as well. Julian, we actually ran one full scenario on the Nuremberg line, and then we showed a bit of the BR440 as well. So if you wait for the stream to go up onto YouTube after this,
yep.
You'll be able to see all of that. A couple of people asking to see Blue Peter on Southwestern Main Line. Blue Peter with full black and white settings, etc.
I think it was on one of the screenshots we did, so yeah, I'm definitely going to show it.
Dimitri, so one side says, best advice as an engineer to you for running US stuff, plan ahead. We have to think 2 miles ahead generally. 2 miles ahead, 1 mile back was the saying before they started running 2 mile long trains.
Okay. Yeah, but
It's all about thinking ahead, planning ahead, and
yeah, I have big problems with that. Yeah. But thank you. Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle, but very rewarding, I would say. I just like the way the American freight just moves like, so slowly. Whatever the obstacle there is, they're just moving and moving and moving.
I do like that California Zephyr.
Okay, so inside. Outside. And let's put some settings on. I think there will be a class 450 approaching as well at one point, so it's gonna look pretty cool the way they contrast between each other. Alright, so put it black and white. Let's do noise. A little bit of a vignette. And close up. No, like that. There we go. And what else so you can play with the contrast a little bit here as well. I mean, large is quite noticeable when you are in black and white. And just make it visible as much as you can. There we go.
Oh yeah, Blue Peter's a lovely loco.
Yep, I can't stand that. I can stand here though. Bad angle, sorry. Okay, just calm down. There you go.
Bit old school.
And there's a new school.
I don't know what the numeric range of the FOV is, Subterra. If you submit a ticket, then we can get someone to find out, and maybe that can be a studio update article or something. We can certainly find that information out.
What was it? Sorry, what was the question?
What the actual field of view was.
No one saw this. No one saw it. Okay. Alright guys, thank you for joining. I hope that was enough. I mean, that's it pretty much.
Thanks very much for watching.
Yep, cheers. Train Simulator 2020 is coming out tomorrow at 6 p.m. British summertime. So includes 3 routes that we looked at in this stream. So thank you very much, Matt, for coming. Hope you enjoyed, and hope everyone who watched enjoyed. If you have any questions, join our social media forums and Discord, and not our Discord, but the community's Discord. And we'll see you on the next stream whenever it comes in. So thank you very much, guys, and have a great rest of your Wednesday.
Excellent. Thanks very much, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.